Hey, fifth graders, how you doing? Sure miss you guys. Wish you were here in front of me, but we'll do as best as we can. Um, I am working this week with Mrs. Cross, Ms. Trinipal, and Mr. Gonzalez, and doing some labs, notice the air quotes, about anatomy. Now, the problem with labs in anatomy is I checked around a little bit, called some parents and stuff, and nobody is okay with you dissecting your little brother, your little sister to see what's in them. That would be a good way to learn anatomy, but it'd be like, oh, don't dissect little Johnny. It might hurt him. So we're not going to be doing that. But I am going to be putting out some material to you that's really interesting, really fun, and really helpful. Um, so along with that material and just a little bit of instruction from me today, if you go through it, when you get to your final assignment with your science teacher, you'll be like, yeah, I got this, an easy 100. And it'll really put you in good shape when you go into science next year in middle school. Okay. So we're going to start with an organism right up here. I will not say his name, but you'll notice he has a Z on his shirt and he's holding a football. But he's a kid, and because he's a kid, because he's a human kid, we would call this kid an organ. Whoop, sorry, organism. He's an organism. When you were littler, you would have said he's a living thing, but the correct word is organism, and let's stick with the correct word, okay? Now, little Z person here holding the football, who will remain nameless, but everybody likes him pretty much. We're not going to dissect him either, but it's one thing that's really important to remember is when you look at him, you see one thing, right? But he's a lot more than one thing. This organism, I'm going to keep calling him little Z, this organism is made up of 12 systems. Now, we'll talk about the names of those systems later, but each of those systems does something to help that organism to survive. Now, those systems are in turn made of parts. Now, the name of those parts are his organs. Now, any fifth grader knows the name of the most common organs. You've got the stomach, you've got the heart, you've got the liver, blah, 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 blah. So a system is made out of organs. Now, organs, once again, now an organ can't live by itself, and a system can't live by itself. They all come together to form the single organism, little z. All right. Now, organs are in themselves made of what are called tissues. Okay. Now, don't think Kleenex that you blow your nose with. A tissue is, a tissue is a group of similar objects working together. And the name of those objects, if you haven't learned already, are called cells. So if we reverse it, we can see that cells make up tissues, tissues make up organs, organs make up one of these 12 systems, and those systems grouped together form an organism called a 11-year-old human boy. Now, anything below a cell is no longer alive. So the smallest possible living thing is a cell. Now, we're not going to focus on cells. That's a middle school activity. We're not going to focus on tissues. What we're mainly going to focus on is organs and how those organs group together to form the systems that make little z able to throw a football. That is a football, by the way. And I spent all year trying to help little Z learn how to throw a football better, and hopefully he's got some time to practice that. Okay? Now, the only activity that you've got today is to watch a video and then respond back and tell me the name of 6 systems and one organ in each system. That's your entire assignment. And just stay on top of the assignments. And when your final graded assignment comes from Miss Trinipole, Mr. G, or Miss Cross, you'll be like, oh, yeah, I got this, no problem. All right. Have a great day, guys. And I'll be talking to all of you next week. We will group together and dissect those owl pellets, which, of course, is entirely separate from what we're learning here today. Okay. Bye now.